My 2-year-old just got her ass beat.
Hello everyone, welcome to Tasha's Thoughts. I'm Tasha and these are my thoughts. This is Michellegrace, a 23-year-old single mother from North Carolina. Her daughter's name is Aria, and little Aria is only 2 years old. Michelle has a couple of small YouTube channels where she makes reaction videos, drama videos, vlogs, basically anything she feels like. Apparently, Michelle is also a psychic and a witch. And when I say witch, I'm not saying a replacement for bee. I'm talking about I put a spell on you and now you're mine, witch.
I got eucalyptus for spells, some peppermint. This I'm actually going to use maybe some spells.
So Michelle, if you happen to be watching this, please don't put a spell on me for making this video. Okay, thanks. I'm kidding, you guys. But this video is actually a very serious topic, so let's get into what happened. Michelle recently uploaded a video titled, "My Toddler Ruined My Jeffree Star Cosmetics Alien Palette. Now I'm sad. Period. The original video has now been deleted for reasons that are about to become very clear to you. Because of this, I don't have the entire video, and the clips that I do have aren't exactly the best quality, but they're good enough for you to get the point.
Y'all hear that, right? My 2-year-old just got her ass beat. Because no matter how many times I tell her not to mess with my makeup, she never listens. I put it away to where she can't find it. What does she do? She finds it. At this point, I need a freaking safe with a combination on it to keep her out of it. She has ruined 2 palettes of mine, and one of them is being discontinued. One second. My hand hurts because I just beat the crap out of her.
Yep, you heard all of that correctly. Let me tell you why this Jeffree Star palette is so important to her. As I told you in the beginning of this video, not only is Michelle a young mom, but she is also a single mom.
When I found out I was pregnant, I was 19 years old. I had Aria when I was 20.
And naturally, as a young single mother, she has been struggling. At the beginning of last year, someone tweeted, "I just saw a post that was like, just spent all my money on expensive makeup. Now I'm eating instant noodles. How about stock up on the important things before splurging? Prioritize, my friends." Michelle replied to this tweet by saying, "I kinda have to because I buy all the good food for Aria and spend my money on bills. It took me months to save up for the Jeffree palette and James palettes, but I don't spend my money on makeup like that." So not only did Michelle have to save for months on end for this Jeffree Star palette, but remember in the beginning of the video where I told you she's kinda sorta psychic? Apparently she predicted the Jeffree Star Alien palette because Jeffree Star showed it to Michelle in a dream before the palette was even announced.
He finally reveals the colors, and I was absolutely shook. I basically had a dream that he showed me the palette, and I remembered these colors. Sometimes I think that, like, I am a developing psychic.
So now you know the 2 reasons why this palette was so important to Michelle. I'm not saying that psychics absolutely do not exist, but I could have told you that an alien palette was going to have shades of green in it, but okay girl. Now let me quickly go over my reaction to this because I'm sure you guys know that I have some thoughts on this, and then I will go over the entire aftermath of the situation and Michelle's attempt at damage control.
Y'all hear that, right?
First of all, why would you even choose to film with your toddler sobbing in the background?
My 2-year-old just got her ass beat.
That's not exactly something that people should be proud to share with the internet.
She never listens.
Yeah, because she's 2 years old and the makeup looks pretty to her and she wants to be like her mommy, genius.
I put it away to where she can't find it. What does she do? She finds it.
Then clearly you didn't put it away well enough, because if a short 2-year-old can reach it, it's not hidden well enough, Michelle.
At this point, I need a freaking safe with a combination on it to keep her out of it.
No, what you need to use is some common sense and put the things that you don't want her to touch out of her reach. When this video started to go viral online, Michelle decided that she needed to do some damage control. The first thing she did was delete the video. Then Michelle went to her Instagram to post an Instagram story, and this story was an explanation, and this was the longest explanation I have ever seen. So here we go. I don't beat my child. Yes, I said it as an expression. It's a Southern thing. We say weird things like, it's raining like a cow pissing on a flat rock. And when our mamas want to whoop our butts, they say things like, I'ma beat you. It's weird and sound awful, but we never mean it literally. I know I should have not posted the video. I was upset and venting about what was on my mind. I made multiple videos. That was just the one that saw the light of day. Yes, I spank and pop my child, but I don't do that unless I have to. I try to be nice. I yell when I have to. I try timeouts. Sometimes that doesn't work. And yes, I did say my hand hurt, but truthfully, spanking her wasn't the reason. I shouldn't have to explain my parenting to people who aren't parents. And no, my reason for spanking her wasn't just because she ruined a $52 palette. It was because I've told her many times not to mess with my makeup, but she doesn't listen to me. I put it away and she ends up with it anyway. I once put my palette on a shelf and she used her toys to climb up there to get it. She's a good kid 95% of the time. The other 5%, she's refusing to sleep at night and doing things to get under my skin. She's a very happy and healthy kid. She's smart as heck for a 2-year-old. Then there's a whole other page that I am not going to read, but it basically says that it's not right to look into people's backgrounds, find information on them, threaten their lives, which I do agree with. And she also goes on to say that we don't know her, we just know her name, we don't know her story. I'm sure you guys can imagine that that explanation did not go over well with the public. For one, what do you mean you made multiple videos and that's the one that saw the light of day? That's the one that you chose to post? Then what the heck were the other ones like? They must have been extremely terrible. And how are you really going to try to turn it around as if people don't have the receipts out there online? You said that your hand hurt because you just beat the crap out of her. And now you're trying to say that your hand didn't hurt from spanking her and that it hurt from something else totally unrelated to this? How dumb do you think people are? Because this wasn't going over well for her, Michelle decided to close down her Instagram and put it on private, and then she took to Twitter to make another explanation. Michelle tweeted, I'm not even a beauty channel or whatever. I'm not quite sure what that has to do with anything we're talking about today, but okay. Then she continues on to say, and literally no one is listening to me when I try explaining it. Everyone just hears one thing that I said and doesn't care for the rest of the story. And as you can see, one of the replies below says, we listened to your explanation, but it just made you look worse. And they also made a point that I forgot to mention. In her Instagram explanation, she said that her daughter does stuff to get under her skin. And I'm not a parent, but I'm pretty sure that a 2-year-old does not do things to get under your skin. Parents of the world here, please correct me if I am wrong on this, but I just don't think that a 2-year-old stays up at night thinking, ooh, I'm gonna get back at mommy, I'm not going to bed yet. Michelle also tweeted an extended cut of the video clip that was going around, as if that was going to help her case at all. The audio isn't that great, but in the latter half of this video, she says that she's not literally beating the crap out of her child, but she popped her, and usually she only cries for a few seconds. But you guys heard that crying, and that was not crying from a little pop. That was crying from a lot of pain. And if your hand hurt from hitting a 2-year-old, I think it's safe to say that you used an excessive amount of force. The court of public opinion was not having it with Michelle at all, and people were tweeting Jeffree Star, people were tweeting Philip DeFranco, any drama or reaction channel that's popular that they could think of. They just wanted eyes on this situation. And guess what? Philip DeFranco actually tweeted about it. Philip said, so Michellegrace, I don't believe in spanking or popping your children in general, but even for those that do believe that, who does it to a 2-year-old? And over a palette. Heartbreaking and infuriating. Unfortunately for Michelle, Philip DeFranco has 1.2 million followers on Twitter alone. So this is a whole new set of eyes on this situation that are gonna come after her. So many people online were threatening to report her to child services. Whether they will or won't, Who really knows? I guess only time will tell. To be honest, if you look into her social media, this isn't all that shocking. And by that I mean, it wasn't very shocking that she would think that this is okay to post online. If you look at her social media, she's been pretty open about sharing her frustrations with little Aria. She's tweeted things like, "Oh my god, if Aria doesn't stop," with an angry emoji. "I need a freaking vacation. Away from my family. Sadly, away from Aria. I need to clear my mind. I'm on the verge of a mental breakdown. If Aria doesn't go to sleep, I will literally lose my shh. I swear, I just cleaned my room. Can you tell any more? No. Thanks, Aria. I'm going to actually lose my marbles. I edited through 45 minutes of footage, and as it was saving, Aria pulled out my SD card anyway. I figured, put it back in, it'll be fine. Nope, not fine. I go to play back the video, and half of it is missing. Ugh! I'm sure you can all see that unfortunately Michelle is struggling with being a young and single mom, which is only natural. You aren't even fully matured by the age 23, and Michelle had Aria at age 20. Also, she has an extreme problem with oversharing, as you can see by the tweets I just showed you, and clearly by the video that's now been deleted. I personally feel like Michelle needs to reach out to someone and speak to someone, because obviously she is dealing with a lot, and she's not that great at dealing with her frustrations. I almost forgot this little gem that I found on her Ask FM page. Someone asked her for ways to deal with difficult kids, and Michelle responds with, "Raise them right and they won't be difficult." And yes, this is from her real Ask FM page. This was the one that was linked on her personal Twitter. All in all, I'm not quite sure what Michelle thought her response would be from posting that video. Was she expecting like solidarity from other moms out there? Like, yeah, I get mad when my kid messes up my $52 palette too. Or some people think that she was expecting Jeffree Star to see it and possibly get a brand new alien palette. As always, I am really interested in hearing your guys' thoughts, so leave me a comment down below and tell me what you guys think of this whole thing. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to my thoughts on this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!